What is happening, my people, my people? My name is Justin Woodward, co-founder of Black Voices in Gaming, The Mix, and the nonprofit Experience Studios. It is a scorching, sizzling summer, and we are kicking the door, waving the fofo with our annual Black Voices in Gaming Summer Showcase for 2026. Our mission is simple. We help support and celebrate developers through grants, network connections, publishers, investors, platforms, and of course, the community of you guys and the culture. This BVIG, we are proud to showcase trailers, interviews, and gameplay sessions with some dope developers. Before we get started, we want to thank
Hi, chat.
Raw Fury, Aurora Broadcasting, No Rivals, The Mix, and our
Hi,
broadcasting
chat.
partners, Summer Game Fest.
Hi, chat.
Sorry, I was drinking
My
water.
Bubbies, my lovely wife getting first, Canna with the second, and Seuss getting third. Hell yeah. We are here to play nothing. We're gonna watch all these cool fucking games be shown off. Hopefully we see some really cool shit. I remember last year we saw some cool stuff in this one, so yeah.
And if you're interested in investment opportunities, please hit us up as well. Without further delay, I'm gonna pass the mic to Lori and Curtis Baxter to get into the first.
I like this animation.
Thanks, Justin. My name is Curtis, and I am joined by my incredible host, a fantastic
All right. Also, Bubbies, I'm going to try to stream this to you. Ready?
Hi, my name is Lori, and I'm so excited to be here today with you, Curtis, for all of the trailers, all of the announcements.
Ready. I think it's going to be jam-packed, so I don't know about you.
You see it?
No, it's not actually one ready.
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Hey,
all right, what we got?
My name's Grem. I'm a Jamaican game developer, and this is my cozy island builder, Our Lands.
Our Lands
It's a game
by Graham.
focused on creativity. No pressure,
Okay.
no rules to follow.
Ah,
just
I don't like that
pure
camera angle
vibes.
switch.
It's
It
up to
fucks
you
with my
to
eyes.
create whatever kind of island you want to make. Whether it's a lush
Really
forest
cute.
campsite,
You were hatched ready instead. All right.
Our Lands has dozens of things for you to decorate.
Hi, Yuzu.
Yeah, I
And once you take a
was.
break from building, even more things are waiting to be found. Just poke around.
Oh, I
There
see
are
what
a
you
ton
mean.
of delightful surprises for you to
Right, it
experience.
has like a weird. Just let me know if I need to up the volume on a chat because I don't know. I can hear it fine myself, and I believe it should be okay. But yeah.
Sharing them with your friends, because good things should always be shared.
Yay! While this is happening,
Cute.
YouTube.
Come on, craft.
I hope you enjoy Black Voices in Gaming. I'm going to do my best to make as many of these VODs go forward and be up on YouTube and be ready for everybody to watch in little sections. The links to the overall reaction like video.
A princess.
Oh, hello.
Beautiful beyond wonders of the flesh. Now
Anyways, all the links to these videos will be in the description below, along with my reaction partners, my lovely wife, Zephy, Zephyr Moon, and Grem, who is supposed to be here but is currently busy. That walk cycle.
Hey, but like,
Oh no, it's great. Perfect.
this
I love
is-
it.
this is something I'd be into for sure.
Metroidvania, Ursula Battery.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was about to say.
We just watched Castlevania.
We just watched Castlevania Nocturne, literally that character. Delphine Sinanovsky, the human feeder? What?
Human beater.
Vlad Dracula the Impaler.
Impaler, I hardly know her. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but like I can't help it.
The placenta? Alright. Bathory, Heritage of Blood.
Interesting.
Wish list now, 2027, chat. Next year. What? Oh. I don't get it, but it looks cool.
Same.
I guess we won. Ah, okay.
You know what
I didn't
this
think-
reminds me
I
of?
didn't think
Like,
Marbles
there's a
would be-
game, like, I don't
This
remember,
gives
like,
Shovel
the
Knight
game.
vibes, but
that's like similar to this. I don't remember what it's called though.
Mm. A redhead vampire looking hot. Well. Call me the Impaler in college. God damn it. Where's Grem's pants grab emote? God damn it. Hell yeah. Ah. Alchemic beasts. Definitely not Pokemon in any way, I promise.
Why is it just Pokemon though?
Yo, Kringle? Hingle McCringleberry, is that you?
Why did they make their own Pokemon?
Hostile
I'm
Coddle?
so confused.
Oh, you like combined them? Oh, a Jabberwock. And Nintendo lost that lawsuit and fucking everybody is like, oh, Pokemon games back on the menu? Okay. That's funny. Hell yeah. This looks cozy though. Ah!
I don't like that they're kind of insectoid, but apart from that, no.
I mean, there are
Hell
bugs
yeah.
also. There are just bugs in fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't like them. Those are my insect types. Least fave.
That's fair. That pelican looks like it's in pain. I don't know how it's flying. Nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Thiago Prudente from Mandinga Games. We
Hi.
are a game developer
Hi.
from Salvador, Bahia, Northeast Brazil. And I'm
Yo,
the
Brazil!
developer of Black Sailor.
You going to Brazil, chat?
I'm here to tell you a bit about the game we're building and why this story matters so much to us. Black Sailor is a
Did you know
RPG
if you
with
eat too many
tactical
Brazil
turn-based
nuts, you
combat.
can die?
It's a story during the
what?
colonization of Brazil back in the
What?
19th century.
Yeah,
About
you
the
get
What-
like
Africans,
selenium
Africans,
poisoning or
Jews,
something because they're
Oh,
really
God.
high in selenium.
So they
So you
rebelled,
can't eat like
controlled
more
by
than
the
like a
British, and
couple
became
like
pirates, fighting back against
at a
Portuguese
time or like in a day or
colonial
something
oppression
like
in the
that.
Bay of All
Huh.
Saints.
It's a real
decolonial
thing.
game.
This-
That means we are shifting the
Fair.
lenses here. We are so used to seeing history.
I don't doubt
in
it's a
games,
real thing.
told
I'm
from the
staring at this
perspective
going,
of the
huh.
conqueror or the explorer. But in Black Sailors, we flip
Turn-based
we take
ship
the power
combat.
out of the hands of the colonizer and put it in the hands of the enslaved and oppressed. One of the things that drive us is how history is taught. Even in Brazil, our education is often very Eurocentric. We were taught at school that our country was formed by Portuguese, indigenous people, and Africans, as if African was just one big homogeneous block, but that was not the case. The African diaspora was formed by several different ethnicities: Yoruba, Bantu, Fon, and many others. Each had
My dog
their
like
own
Pokemon hybrid.
culture,
Big Brother Ed.
Some were even rival back in Africa,
They
but they
all,
were forced into the same struggle here. The colonizers actually thought mixing different ethnicities would prevent revolt. It's important to understand that Black Sailors is built entirely from an Afro-Brazilian perspective. Our culture is incredibly rich and rooted in African ancestry. But over centuries, we lost the clear lines of what came from each ethnicity. In Black Sailors, we are creating an alternative story, exploring what it would look like if this Afro-Brazilian identity was forged in the fire of a pirate rebellion. We didn't want to just make generic African rebel characters. That's why we are collaborating with historian, a specialist in African diaspora in colonial Bahia. We have
Oh.
researched specific ethnicities to create characters with real distinct motivations. So in the crew, you will not just find generic Africans. There is a Daomé warrior, a blacksmith from Oyo, a hunter from Ife. You also find people with very different motivations. Some of them just want to go back
Chad,
to
this is
Africa.
really cool looking.
Others want to build a full-scale rebellion and dominate the bay. And some have lost everything and are driven just by revenge. These clashing motivations create a dynamic conflict between them that evolve as you play. When the game begins, they have just taken control of the ship. They don't know each other yet, but they quickly realize they will have to overcome their differences if they want to survive. Your role as the player is to manage this crew and assign them to specific functions on the ship. So, if you want the ship to move faster, you need to put more people on the sails. If you want the ship to shoot back, you need to put more people on the guns. This is how you play your revolution. It's a turn-based strategy experience divided into two phases. First, the planning phase, where you manage your crew, analyze enemy movements, track enemy bullets, and decide your strategy. Then comes the resolution phase, where you watch your decisions play out in real time. As your adventure continues,
kind of cool, chat. I'm gonna be honest.
Rescue more people who join your cause. We just announced Black Sailors to the world, and the reaction was intense. We saw a lot of backlash from people who treated the simple act of portraying enslaved people with agency as some kind of agenda. But the support.
Man, I love the world we live in.
We realized
It's so disgusting. Fucking stupid ass.
Who are hungry for stories.
Seriously, man, I don't like that you're doing that. Being genuinely good people and trying to rewrite history so it's not monstrous? Yeah, okay. Sure, man.
Can't wait for you all to sail the Bay of All Saints with us.
That looks great. I'm excited. Ooh. Netcode Warriors. We Mega Man in this bitch now. Or Gundam. Owen and Protovol. Chat, Grem's back. Oh, it's a fighter. Is it an arena fighter? Grem's making foods right now.
Yeah, I saw.
Boat. Hey, Gum. This looks dope.
Hi, Gum.
Okay, isn't it a drop? Is it a drop? Ooh. Ape outfit, let's go. Is it a different... No, okay. We'll never know. That looks cool. Just looks like a mech fighter.
All right. Well, that was an incredible
interesting looking either way.
For Netcode Warriors. I am joined by my co-host, Derek Fields, and right now we also happen to have the
Kira with that
and
69
director of Sun Studios, Shay Goon Oshede. How are you?
I'm good. Glad to be here. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. Doing well. No, happy to be checking out this game. So, I mean, right off the bat, these are totally new characters, right? Totally new IP. Can you kind of walk us through the entire development process?
Yeah. So we've been working on Netcode Warriors since 2020. So it's been a hot minute. The earliest days were a lot of ideation kind of phase. Like, what does this IP mean? Like, what is it about? Like, kind of figuring out some of the story and lore aspects and kind of honing in, like, how we were going to reference our inspirations and things like that. Once we were able to kind of communicate with Watanabe-san and Moriyama-san, so those are the guys from Japan who actually worked on the Digimon IP. Kenji is like one of the original kind of...
Oh, God!
...and designers of Digimon IP. Once we were able to...
Someone let Rai know!
Somebody call it Rai.
Art style. I think
let Rai know that they have a Digimon-styled game that's an arena mech-based fighter. What? That's wild! Also, hi, Lou.
Famously, I think has done like some stuff for Fantastic Four. I think he was the penciler for Fantastic Four for
mech Digimon years. Fighting game. It's actually by the people who made Digimon as well, which is wild.
Very talented artists kind of help shape the artistic vision of the game. My inspirations for art generally are always going to be based on my background. So I'm Nigerian. So for instance, the main character is Yoruba. I'm Yoruba, so Yoruba tribe. That was important to me, but also bringing in some of the things from my childhood that really stood out to me artistically and stylistically. So very Shibuya punk and grind fiction inspired. You have a lot of like kind of streetwear and street culture kind of aspects that are kind of baked into some of the art and especially the human characters, but then the transformations into these like larger than life like warriors. We call them code warriors. It's very Sentai inspired, very Power Rangers inspired. So those are like bring in a lot of like aspects of things I grew up with, like Mega Man Battle Network and other franchises like that really shaped the vision of like the IP and everything like that. But
Yeah, rock on. I mean, it's easy to see for me coming from like a similar background in terms of influences and the types of media that I was growing up with. Those influences, like, they breathe all throughout Netcode Warriors. There's something that you nudged on that I would love to hear more about. One of my favorite topics is talking about cultural intersection and how these different inspirations can come together to breathe new life. You're directly interfacing with Japanese developers and artists within this project, and so can you expand a little bit more about what it's like to work, truly as a globalized studio?
Yeah, so the whole studio is remote. I've always said, like, I don't really care where you come from. I just care that you got heart and talent, right? That's it. I don't even care
My man.
how much experience
Yes.
you have, because I think
It's the most important part.
easy to fall into that trap when you're hiring somebody. That whole thing, like, oh well, I need experience to get a job. How can I get a job if I don't have experience, right? So for me, it's just if I
Come
see
with that 3
passionate,
stream straight, hell yeah.
people, I tend to reach out to those and try to
They know
see
their
if
shit.
there's, like, a way
That's
we
true.
can collaborate in certain aspects, in certain avenues. In regards to the globalization of everything, yeah, like, people from all over the world, from Spain, from Indonesia, animation team, the riggers, animators from Brazil, and so, like, your team is kind of worldwide, kind of by necessity, like, just because we want the best people that we can bring onto the project. In regards to working with the Japanese guys specifically, definitely language barrier was kind of hard to overcome, like translating emails back and forth, trying to make sure that you're not saying anything that they can be perceived as, like, offensive and incorrect. Like, you want to make sure you're culturally sensitive to whoever you're speaking to and kind of the background, especially some of these guys who are very well known in the industry for the kind of work they've done. So yeah, it was very important for us to always approach those conversations with respect and make sure that the people who we're talking with, that they're creatively and artistically being fulfilled by the work we're asking them to do. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of our general approach to how we do stuff.
So, I mean, in game development, we all know it's not easy, especially when you're running a team, especially when you have a globalized team.
Yeah.
Like you do. Can you speak to a little bit of the challenges that kind of come up and kind of how you kind of triumphed over them?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I've got this part down 100%. I'm still growing, learning every day. Part of it is just trying to be as flexible as you can with time zones. Time zones can be a big thing, right? Sometimes I just don't get a lot of sleep.
The time zones.
Talking with people in Spain who are 4 hours ahead, or Japan who are 12, 14 hours ahead, or whatever, right? So, like, sometimes it's me being up at 3 a.m. but needing to be up at 8 a.m. to do something.
I understand
right?
their pain.
The reality is, like, sometimes it's a grind. It's really hard. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's taxing. I'm sure my girlfriend would love to see me more. But, at times, life demands that to achieve greatness, you must do great things, right? So yeah, that's I hold myself to a very high standard in regards to how I do work and how I operate and everything like that. And I can't expect everybody to put in 100% if I'm not putting in 100%, right?
Very true.
10%, whatever I have to give, I give. Because these projects that we're working on as a studio, they're very important to me. I'm very passionate about them. To me, Sun Studios is poised to be, like, one of the next premier, like, fighting game developers, at least based out of the West, right? If we do things correctly, and if we make sure that we're precise and very calculated with how we do things, and that we put our heart into it. So that's kind of my approach to that.
As a fighting game, this means that we're entering into the fighting game community and entering into a nuance for things like iframes and move cancellations and, like, hitbox coordination.
Yeah.
I am arbitrarily gesturing at this as just a fighting game couch player. Dead or Alive was my game of choice, and I'm no longer good at any of them. But they bring such a nuance, and so what sort of nuance, emergent outcomes, do you hope comes from Netcode Warriors in terms of how people play and engage with this game?
Yeah. So Netcode Warriors.
What are you eating,
baby?
baby?
There's a stylistic. I
can't have shit.
Gameplay itself, I think that's actually where it shines, or where it's special.
I have this, like, sweet and sour
making an arena fighter
like curry sauce
which, you know,
on chicken
there, you know,
and like
licensed IP, you know, like your famous anime or whatever.
egg noodles.
Those games are usually designed for a more casual experience. They're not really designed to
There was a couple mushrooms in here, but they disappeared immediately.
It's more about
mango cornflakes and milk.
and play them in
Oh, hell yeah.
Easy for you to switch from character to character.
Also here with that 85 stream streak, hell yeah.
And kind of put it down, like I had a good time or whatever. And that's not really the design goal here. The design goal here is for you to put hundreds, thousands of hours into it. Like the game is like constantly revealing itself to you. And in that kind of design space, arena fighters haven't really had competitive spotlight before. I mean, there's one or two here or there, but they all kind of make compromises to kind of have that conversation with the fighting game community, I would say. And we're kind of looking at things in a sort of a different direction. Obviously, we're trying to incorporate some things like motion inputs are pretty big for us, quarter circles and things like that should just exist more usually in traditional fighting games that tend to not exist in arena fighters. We're putting those in. Charge motions and other things like that, but the idea of what an arena fighter is or what it can be is a really freedom of movement in a three-dimensional space that 2D fighters just generally aren't really like can't do in the same way, I'd say. And so even the 3D fighters that you're familiar with, like Dead or Alive or Tekken or Virtual Fighter, because jumping usually and crouching share an input. Jumping, crouching, then stepping to the side share an input that limits how quickly you can move in and out of the foreground, and it's mostly about moving forward and backwards quickly with like intervals of that. That's why like there's like high level techniques about stepping into out of the foreground. Neko Warrior kind of approaches it more like there's a real freedom of movement, and the skill and depth is how the decisions you're making based on that movement. You can move wherever you want, but are you moving in the right place at the right time? You can move quickly, but are you quickly adjusting to what your opponent is doing and things like that? So that's kind of the design space that we're in regards to Warriors is what it can be.
This man played fighting games.
We spoke a little bit earlier just about this being again a new IP that no one's seen before. Let's say we're fast forward.
I can't get over his fucking MWA shirt. I fucking can't. It's so good.
Do the Sun Studios have any kind of aspirations to take those characters and develop them for other forms of media? And like, what does that success look like for you?
Yeah, this is something I've thought about loosely. I haven't put too much thought into it, to be honest. But from what I've thought about, I do think like a companion manga makes.
What's so funny about it? No, it's not. It's funny. It's good. I love it.
Really succinct with the
it's a spin on NWA on their album.
Make a ton of sense. I think animation, like a short film, could also do wonders. I think also there's various opportunities because the designs are so wild and so like dynamic, and there's obviously licensing opportunities, like clothing, merchandise could be cool. The human characters have these very tech wear kind of inspired outfits, so something that kind of leads into that I think could be interesting as well.
I'm hearing a lot of like ambitions and like future proofing of like things that could come, and I think that's really fucking dope to do.
One could pursue, or one that we thought about to some degree, but haven't put too much thought into because we're just really focused on making a good game with a good story first. Something I want to make sure is that I don't want people to feel like, oh, like I didn't get this, like I have to go do homework elsewhere to understand like the game I just played, like or the story mode I just played, or to understand the characters that I was interacting with. If that makes sense. Like we want like a full story experience, right? Like in Netcode Warriors. So
really quick before I let you get up in there, I want to know. All right, are you keeping the story under wraps, or can you speak a little bit to the story a little bit right here? Because I'm a story guy.
Yeah, I can talk about the story a little bit, but essentially, people, right? Humans from all around the world. So that's another thing is that
eating ice cream. Hell yeah.
The cast is culturally diverse intentionally, right? They're from literally every character's from somewhere else on Earth, right? Our main characters from Nigeria. We got somebody from the Scandinavian region, some Japanese, some Taiwanese. Like American, like they're all from different walks of life, from different parts of the world. They all one day, by happenstance, get like sucked into this alternate world called the network, right? And the network
sucked into the internet.
Sort of breathing world. Like when sometimes in lore and fantasy, you talk about like Gaia, Earth, as like a living, breathing thing. In this alternate dimension, that world is like alive, basically. and it's overseen by an entity called the Sovereign. And essentially,
Uh-oh.
the laws of physics are kind of inverted in this alternate dimension to where energy is
What
an
flavor
infinite
ice
thing,
cream?
but physical
Yeah,
matter
what
is like
flavor?
more limited than it is here. The humans kind of quickly realized that, like, oh, if we could funnel this energy to Earth, then we would have potentially unlimited energy, and shenanigans ensue. That's basically the gist. The kind of
Shenanigans.
Love a good story, and I'm glad that you expand on that a little bit. It relates in a lot of what I was thinking about. There was a nugget that you mentioned.
There's a Mothman in the background.
About a lot to do with the game's identity.
I love him.
And the expectation of players committing an amount of time.
Mint chocolate chip. Ooh.
What Danny becomes when she gets mauled.
Games now are emerging in a space where
That's the vampire form of Danny.
All media is emerging into a space where they're competing with each other. So whether you're a game or a cartoon or a movie, the attention space is like a continuously crowded economy. And so, looking to keep your players in this environment in hopes that they will dedicate that time and expand upon the story. It sounds like a huge undertaking, one that it commands, standing out with some of these other arena fighters that you were pointing to. What do you think about that? Emerging into a saturated space, emerging into a space where,
NVV.
The goal of keeping players.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Is going to be really important.
No.
Are there other elements that are going along with the story to keep people coming back for more?
Yeah, I think the big thing, like the competitive kind of drive. The game needs to be deep, right? From a competitive standpoint, to have a sustainable player base, that sustains over time. I think another thing also is, like, at this point with most fighting games, like, you need to show your player base that you're gonna put more time into it outside of just the initial release. So you're gonna expect like some kind of downloadable content, whether it's more characters and things like that down the line, which are all things, conversations we're having and plans we're making. I obviously can't speak to anything definitively like that at this time.
The only D I like is DLC.
About how to make sure that Necro Warriors is it's not just a game; it's an intellectual property, right? That can extend past just the game itself, right? Like whether we make like Necro Warriors 2 or 3 or whatever, right? Like we've already
my brain. It's great.
Warriors 2, if we were to
Pride Month. Happy Pride. Oh my God. Happy Pride.
Fighting games are very hard to market. You need to show
friends are back for Deadlock. Go enjoy Deadlock, Lou. Win.
Something to grab
Good luck,
So one thing, obviously, like,
Happy Pride. Yeah.
Worked at Marvel and worked at Bandai and Digimon. Like,
I have a Pride post coming, but it'll take a sec. So.
Basically, explain is that we got some pretty prominent content creators in the fighting game community to agree to give to Leslie.
Whenever you're done drawing it, my love.
As characters in the game, as playable characters in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
I'm super excited about.
I just posted
because I
mine.
think it really creates this like fandom kind of relationship between the game.
You posted it. I thought you were still working on it.
Communities, right? That I think will really accent kind of the IP in an interesting way.
I don't want to do too much, so it's just
for
supposed to be a
folks
quick
watching,
thing.
You are both the CEO of Sun Studios and also the game director, so you're actually covering multiple projects at a time.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what does your typical day look like when we're talking about literally being part of crafting.
I got 2 wins already today out of 2, so I can lose now. Hell yeah. Now you just get to have fun.
Also on the kind of business side of things.
Yeah. So we're currently fully self-funded. So I do have a day job that I have that I do as well. That allows us to and myself and my other co-owners we all have day jobs that we use that allows to fund the studio. So a decent amount of my day obviously is going to that, and most of my Sun Studios related work is outside of that work day, generally speaking. I mentioned earlier I don't get a lot of sleep. I wasn't hyperbolizing. That's just like generally how things are right now. I'm the game director on both this and our other fighting game project, Saturday and Battle Manga. So I'm the game director on both of those projects at the same time.
Did I hear Saturday and Battle Mauger? Is that what?
A lot of people,
I don't feel like I heard that right.
What to do, when to do it, kind of making sure we hit our deadlines, our marketing kind of goals, and everything like that.
Or
So
on Saturdays,
different kind of facets.
he does a thing called
how my schedule lines up, but I don't have a specific like. Here's what I do at 8 a.m. and here's what I do, and because sometimes things are the way they are,
Yeah. If you're creative, if you're a game director, we know that some of those regimented moments kind of feel like locking ourselves into a box. Jesse, it's been a pleasure to learn more about Netcode Warriors and understand what you and Sun Studios
honestly
doing.
super fucking dope sounding.
That have been alluded to during this conversation. With the limited time that we've had, I've already learned so much, but is there anything that we maybe didn't get a chance to cover that you would like players to know about before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think, for us specifically, marketing has been a thing that we would like to do more of, right? I think we're planning on setting up, by the time this goes out, we probably should have like a Discord server people can join to kind of have community and talk with each other about the game and the characters that have been revealed and have more speculation about the story and different things like that. We want to, kind of announce some of the voice actors that we kind of had conversations with and cast for some of the roles and as well. So
it should have been me.
Kind of ramping up, and the development's kind of ramping up in a very interesting way. I obviously cannot give a definitive release date for the game at this time, but the plan is to release it next year at some point. That I can say that now.
Yeah.
Next year, that's the plan.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Well, this has been
these green screens.
To know a little bit more about you, about Sun Studios, and about Netcode Warriors.
I appreciate this conversation a lot, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Hell
If you like
yeah!
what we're doing, then scan the QR code and consider supporting the XP Fund, which helps provide grants to underrepresented indie
QR code chat
to help move their projects across the next stage of development. Now, let's get back to some more trailers.
Let's go! I'm already in. What is this? Rogue Eclipse. Are they drifting the jet? Is that what I'm looking at? I think so. Elite Dangerous a bit somehow. I mean, it's a game in space, so fair. It's a game where you're in a spaceship. Oh, demo available now. Scramble Star Crossing.
Here. This time will be different.
Grem? Oh.
What is it?
It's called Scramble Star
I like the
Crossing.
visuals.
4-player free-for-all. Ah, the fucking wait. The story looks cute. Wait. Training sessions. What? It's like aggressive fucking match game. Wait, this, hold on, we need to talk about this screen right here. Was so cute looking. Wait. Truck-kun is supporting me from another world. Oh god.
Oh my god, yes. Carissa, oh my god. Ayo. Boy Gina, let's go.
Oh, so you smashing stuff allows the character at the bottom to get more shit. Got it. Okay, so you have to smash specific stuff and often. That looks awesome. Hey, it's coming to the Series X. It's I love it. Boom. Hey, so that's coming to Xbox. It's probably going to be on Game Pass. I will 100% play that on stream if I can. Saturday AM battle manga? What? We got another fighter. Mega Man be like, what the fuck?
Plum Road Tea Dream.
Oh, that was the other game he was working on.
Into the life of S, which is my alter ego. So it's like a semi-autobiographical game. And S makes these virtual spaces for themselves that they call sanctuaries out of a wish or a need for a world that is more safe, or for a world that accommodates better for grief and sadness, or for a world where they can imagine versions of themselves that like somehow,
you know what this reminds me of?
Find a hard time existing in real
The
life.
like interface almost.
My name is
Or the graphics. Mama
32
Sleeping
years
Angels.
old.
Oh,
I live
kinda.
in Antwerp, Belgium. I work as a theater maker, performer, and mentor. And in the last 3-4 years, I've also been working as a game designer. I think it's a game that can be enjoyed by
I see what you mean.
experienced players, but also by people that have no previous experience with video gaming. Next to walking being the main action, some of the things you will come across are like interactable words like read or sit or listen. Those are like some of the
Reflect.
interactions you can do in the game.
Oh.
So it's rather simple. I think
That book's
it's
not going to be
really
unread.
about
This. Oh, never
the
mind.
experience about getting to know the story of S, and spending time in these.
It's a therapy game. Uh-oh.
There are sanctuaries created for rest, sleep, and dreams, but there is also a sanctuary that kind of encapsulates a
This is why I love
traumatic memory.
the gaming sphere so much. 2 games ago, we had an isekai truck running people over in a very fast-paced action kind of vibe that made no fucking sense, and it was great. And now we have
almost a game inside of a game.
therapy-styled,
A circle of chairs with names on them.
like, experience of a game.
Read out the little plaque with information.
Yeah.
Sit with them. I hope to turn this into a game one day. A game where you walk and encounter names on chairs. A list of names of people of color
Peak,
in
chat.
Belgium
Peak.
who were killed by the police. I wonder what it would be like to sit with them around a campfire. There is the homeworld that connects all of the sanctuaries, and in the homeworld, different iterations of S live. I call them NPCs, non-playable characters, and you can chat with them, and a big part of the game is actually to kind of help them get unstuck or to help them heal in some kind of way. I think the game is important to me for many different reasons. The creation of the game was really triggered by this traumatic event that's out of my youth that surfaced during the lockdown, a very painful rupture that I had with my father because of my sexuality. And already very early on, because of playtesting the game or kind of having these open door moments where people could come and test the game, I noticed that it really resonated with a lot of people, and that the game opened for them maybe some ways of like reflecting or philosophizing on the topics that it offers. I would get messages that would be like, wow, you inspired me to start writing again, like I'm journaling again. Somehow sharing this very personal story made a lot of people feel really seen. I also think Plum Road Tea Dream is important to me because it's like this hugely collaborative work. There are often comments on this work of like, whoa, I never thought about making games by 3D scanning clay sculptures that you make in real life, or we also made this theater piece out of Plum Road Tea Dream, and there people are like, okay, you're using a video game as a medium for a live performance. I've never seen this. So I also think we pushed some boundaries in some ways and kind of bridged the game sector and the arts a little bit more. And we're just hoping that a lot of people find their way to it, play it, and enjoy it, and that it triggers something for them, that they get something out of it.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's great. Wow.
Hello and welcome back. I am joined by my lovely co-host Lori.
Hello.
And also here
Hello.
we have combat designer and also my former colleague, Stephen O. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Hanging in there. Weird time, but you know.
Sure. But it's good to see you again, you know?
Yeah, it's been a while. So let's just jump right in and get started. Can you talk to us a little bit about kind of your path to becoming a combat designer?
Yeah, so my path as coming to a combat designer, it's like I had very humble beginnings. I started off in Albany, New York. That's where I grew up.
You
and
can
my
see
brother is a
the
lot older than
background
me, and he
through the
introduced
headphones.
me to a bunch of comic books,
You can.
action movies like the Five Deadly Venoms, Kid with the
Gasper.
Golden Arms, and one of my favorites, Bruce Leroy and the Last Dragon. And I just wanted to become these kind of characters. So I would start like taking gymnastics and doing kung fu and things like that. So
Hell
just to,
yeah.
like, be the character. And when I translated that energy into like making games, I like realized that not just being a game designer, I could also be a person that creates these sort of action figures or adversaries or even the heroes to allow people to feel like that person I was trying to capture and become myself, you know? So went to school for it. I went to school at Rochester Institute of Technology. I didn't know anything about programming really before that. I took like one class in high school, and RIT was just starting to have a games program, and I wanted to make sure that I can get into the program. I started talking to, like, I originally went there for IT, knowing that they're going to have this game program, and I lined all my classes to be like a good game designer and have them transfer over because I didn't have a whole lot of money to like stay there extra years. And then along the way, I met a lot of people that had been working in games and had an internship where they realized there's a specific role for a combat designer, a person who makes the enemies or a person who works on the hero and their interactions. So that was like my first foray into getting into realizing the role of a combat designer.
Hell yeah.
You said that you took like martial
Lori,
arts
at
classes
Lori.
too. So what was like, I guess, what was the process of like taking that experience from that and then like applying it to combat design?
Yeah, so like I grew up
I
There's a
like
stick-
how all the guys
she had-
have like weird green screens, and she just has like a cute little room.
Yeah, well,
blurred out
yeah.
background.
The green screen thing is usually from like
And as I gotten older, I was like, okay, well,
like a
yeah,
business model standpoint, right? Like they don't want their room to be shown off or whatever. And she's definitely a streamer.
with the person that you're like sparring with, or
Also, her mic had a sticker that just said certified yapper.
couldn't get enough of. It's like that movie quote from The Matrix: "You don't know somebody until you fight them."
I gotta get you that.
Or you can really learn them as you, like, you start to anticipate their movements. You make moves that you're trying to train them to do certain things, right? And that's great in real life, but you can't do that all the time. So I started playing fighting games, and back in a day, PlayStation came with a demo of Tekken, and it had the same movements that I had like learned when I was growing up. So I started doing like amateur competitive Tekken matches all the way up into college. And in doing that, I learned like frame data and different things too. So it's a little bit of like learning how my body moved, understanding the mechanics of making a good punch, then being able to read that mechanic in the actual games, like how the characters were throwing punches and the frame data and the speed that it happens, that allowed me to take all that knowledge and translate it into, these are how we're going to make these characters readable. This is how we're going to make this style feel good. And then there's this meta style to it as well of like, okay, well, this is for a person who wants to be a rushdown character or a zoner. This is for the people that like grappling. And you just kind of have your expression. And then as you play your friends, you kind of know their behavior and you're like, okay, he knows that I'm going to do this and I know that he's going to do this. So that's how I counter it. So a little bit of that.
You talked a little bit about it being kind of a dialogue and kind of learning how somebody fought. Like, I'm interested to know, what is your approach? Like, let's just say it's a clean slate. This character's never been done before. What is your approach to coming up with this initial combat design for characters?
Yeah, you really want to come up with like, what's the core fantasy of this character? What is his background? What is their background? Why are they trying to express themselves through violence, right? Like, how are they going to communicate? So somebody who might grow up in an adversarial environment, they might feel more aggressive, or like, you have to beat people to the punch. Like, the world is so chaotic around me that I have to be more aggressive to get stability. So the first thing I just try to do is like, what is the character's fantasy, and then build that kind of backstory that fits with them. And then I look at gameplay moments that are going to support that. Like I just mentioned, if the person has to be hyper aggressive, then I'm like, okay, maybe their stance is always going to be slightly forward, and they're going to be a more aggressive pose, and they're going to have more dominating moves that like either armored, or armored meaning like they absorb a hit while they're giving a hit. Or if I'm going to make somebody who grew up in a little bit more naive or more playful, maybe they're going to be more standoffish back, or like they kind of think that even in the heat of battle, it's like a game.
Grem has been a moderator for 4 years. Yes.
Fluid and so
yeah, there's like mod anniversaries now.
So you can have like 2 different fantasies that have these
different
play styles.
Not anniversaries, but like mod celebrations.
And another thing too is that you spoke
When
about
do I
dialogue.
get my-
How does combat design relate to other elements of the game?
Grem, you can join now. Like whenever you're done, whenever you're ready.
Have this natural back and forth of like taking turns. Basically,
Okay.
you're saying things
Hi, wifey, I
there's
missed
already
you.
this, like,
Wifey!
action and response that comes from just the moveset alone. But you can tell a dialogue through, or a story, really.
Rush down with Super Armory. That's actually a good way to operate. Yeah.
Did it change over time? You don't
Makes up with wifey.
Actual
Okay. Happy Pride Month.
You can show how this person
Happy Pride!
How there is a reversal or double down. Basically, like, you think they're winning, and then they do something, and now you're losing. You know, you're on the back foot. So that's just the choreography of the fight, how it can turn into dialogue. But there's also like, maybe they learned a new ability, maybe something that's unlocked from them, from a core memory. How does that fit into the story? How does this new unlockable mechanic fits thematically to where the character's goals are, and how does their opponent stand in the way of that goal? It's not always good versus evil. It might be my goals versus your goals. You want to, make the world feel all the pain that you felt, or you want to stop the world from feeling pain ever again, and that just puts us at conflict.
Absolutely.
I have another question for you. Are there any types of styles?
Real quick, chat. The music in the background is so good.
And how would you kind of approach that? First of all, what are they? And then also, how would you kind of approach that and want to bring that into the game?
Oh, well, I feel like I've seen a lot of different martial arts, a lot of different styles in games, and I kind of specialize more so in melee combat. There's a lot of different ways to approach combat with like magical abilities or gunplay and different things. So
Ayo.
I don't know if I can really speak to a style
Not that. Twitch.
Crazy way to word that.
Twitch.
We're
Ignore.
starting to see a bigger resurgence of that, but we haven't seen
Too much ice cream. That is not a thing, chat. Do not let Shaggy persuade you.
As popular or as documented in the world of like these different
Glutton.
No, they can hear you. You can just say hi to them.
If I could
Oh, I was being polite because he's talking. You should have heard the shit I've been talking over these poor people.
One might go with this approach where
Grem, the host is wearing an MWA shirt.
The original African martial art is what it brings
What that
in
mean?
all these other different styles.
I'm looking.
Like basically the style that whether it be
It'll
Muay
flash to him
Thai,
in a sec, I think.
Taekwondo, or Taido or something
Probably.
like that, evolved from that style, that original martial art.
I want to see the.
How could you make
Well, it's a play on the
interesting origin
hip hop
style
group
that-
NWA,
So it's like, oh, you thought you knew,
but it's with Marvel characters, so it's MWA.
I actually didn't share with you all
Oh.
the pieces. You just have
Dang
a
it.
fragment of
I was
everything.
waiting.
Yeah. Just like you didn't share all the
Oh,
ideas
there
that
we
you have
go.
right now with us. I get it. All right.
That's a freebie. Like that's a you can try to do that.
See, certified yapper.
I missed it.
So
No.
I kind of wanted to go back
wait,
to
I can see it on the
when
screen.
you
I
were
saw
talking
it.
about your like taking martial arts and whatnot. What was your
Cute.
favorite like martial arts?
She has a cat for sure.
inspired piece
I
of
can see
media,
the
like,
fur on
as
her
in,
mic.
like a film or
Yeah,
a video
also the
Or a
like
dog.
that,
cat
like,
bed
really
thing in the middle
inspired,
there.
you know, you
The
as a
carpet.
combat designer.
Where?
Well, that like cushion in the middle of the room.
Even to this day, like I love John Wick movies. I love
Gun kata.
all these other new action films that are coming out. The earliest ones for me would have to be like Kid with the Golden Arms or Five Deadly Venoms. Five Deadly Venoms is sort of like your Avengers before they were Avengers, right? Like we have these 5 different styles that had these like tropes and things with them, but you start to get the super abilities, the centipede really fast, the snake agile, the toad invulnerable, right? And how do they play together? So that
Hell yeah.
about like how do you come up with different techniques that speak to the theme of the character you're making, and then how can they be opposed to each other even if they've like learned from the same school. But the other one that was super influential to me, and I feel like it spawned like Dragon Ball Z in a way, is
Also-
God, I love a little nerd that
right?
can
Like,
just
it's
yap.
It's a cult classic. Maybe it's not
It's
the
every
absolute
game
best
dev
game
right
on the
now.
planet,
Yeah,
right?
I
But
love them.
There's so many things about
There was the other guy that they interviewed before this went on for like 20, 25 minutes or something like that, just talking about his game and things he was doing and his life and shit. And I'm like, this man is passionate. Hell yeah.
Going Super Saiyan, and that's like a designer signature that I put in a lot of characters that I worked on. If you know, you know. Like a lot of the things that I worked on, they eventually get the glow or go Super Saiyan. Right? So those are a couple. I mean,
why
there's
wouldn't
way
you?
More the raid for me. Anbak, I train Muay Thai to this day because of Anbak and things like that. So yeah.
Oh, the raid is intense. It's anxiety. It's sad.
Yeah.
So good. Speaking of just the titles you worked on, you've worked extensively in a lot of different games. Would you mind telling an audience a little bit more about some of those games that you've had the luxury of working on?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started making games I've been making games for over 10 years now, a bunch of little indie games, Mech Knight Chronicles to working on Project Spark to Fat Princess Adventures. But I think my big break was actually working on God of War 2018. I joined the team at a part of the projects where I had a lot of influence over the encounters, and they really liked what I did, so they brought me back to be working on the grunts or like more basic units. So first I worked on how with this new camera, how we're gonna have these fights be
Oh my
readable and
God, Chub,
digestible
rare Chub
and feel
sighting.
good. And then I worked on how
Yeah.
do we make these creatures
Chub.
fit into this world a little better, and mini bosses and bosses. So I worked on Ragnarok and then the DLC Valhalla, where I combined both my encounters knowledge and my character creature making knowledge. And then I wanted to take all the things that I learned by hanging out with Kratos and some of the fantastic people at Sony Santa Monica to work on Black Panther, and that's where we got to hang out a little bit. And I learned on that team. But sadly, you know, we can't really talk about it or show it or do anything about that. So now I'm just helping other studios with their projects and big projects.
They maybe, I forgot they were making a Black Panther game. They might show that off this year.
Ooh. To the things that I've learned along the way so far.
Do you have any
It's like it
combat
got
moments
announced and
that
they didn't do
you
anything.
to?
Oh yeah, there's so many. Let me try to pick one. This is a huge moment for me on God of War 2018. I'm responsible for a lot of deaths in the basically Draugr pit. So that's where the bridge breaks and Kratos
You're an
falls down and
asshole.
Kratos jumps in to jump down and there
Oh.
are 3 heavy Draugrs that spawn in that fight and massacre a lot of people. So, you know, in places data we see a heavy drop off of like people struggling with that part. But
Fuck you, I won. Fuck you, I won.
For the rest of the game, like once you're able to
God damn it.
you have all the tools.
What is happening?
He created the fucking Draugr pit. He created, you drop down in the first like little area, and it's the first time you're fighting like big enemies at the same time kind of thing, like elite enemies at the same time. But there's fucking 3 of them, and they fucking push your shit in the first time you fight them because you're not expecting that shit. So he just said, he's just like, I worked on that. And he's just like, a lot of people died and quit the game. And I was like, I can wonder why.
There's 3 different superpower joggers that come out, and you think that this is kind of the fight. These 3 units on their own can make an interesting encounter.
Yeah.
But actually, we bring back an old trope from the previous God of War games where we spawn a large creature. It used to be a Cyclops. For us, it was a ogre. And then we spawn another ogre. So right when you think like you fought this one challenging fight to like now there's an ogre and then there's like 2 ogres. How am I ever gonna do this? But it's set up in such a way that the pacing of the encounter empowers you to get over it. So
it is genuinely really good pacing, but like, fuck you. God damn it.
I don't remember.
I totally like can handle all these things. So
I remember it well.
Frustrating moment that turns into like now you have the skills to beat the game. And then
I remember the end, but like not the beginning.
I was scared.
It was like closer to the middle. Well, like a little bit past the beginning.
Because as you know, we've worked on projects together, and sometimes fine-tuning and balancing encounters and combat can prove to be a challenge in and of itself. So kind of what's your approach to just making sure things just feel good?
Yeah. So my approach to like making things feel good is first just like I always tune or start fighting an encounter with the most basic things. Like I always just use basic attacks, and if I'm making a creature or a boss or an encounter, I always should be able to defeat it with just pressing the simple attack button, blocking and dodging, and take 0 damage.
Hell yeah.
That lets me know that the animations are readable, the pacing is correct. Maybe there's if I do get hit, then like okay, I need to like time out, or I need to put a piece of health or something that you can like recharge yourself into the fight. And then the other parts is just like thinking about the fairness and the fatigue that you might have after seeing X amount of units, X amount of heavy fights, X amount of times where you needed to parry or in one particular encounter, and how much time it.
Crazy hearing them talk about this, like from the other side, all the stuff that they like think about and put into just like something that you don't think too much about in the moment. That's crazy.
It's real good. I love listening to these for that exact reason.
Yeah.
So how do I make the character interesting enough in those 4 minutes that somebody's not overstimulated or fatigued by doing all the actions that they have to do? So it's super high level. I'd love to go into more detail about it, but like that's kind of where I start.
No, I appreciate that. No, good.
Oh yeah.
I think something that I'm really curious about too, like when you're doing the balancing, like what is your, I guess,
I was like, what's that in the bottom right? Oh, that's her cup.
The priority
or
you think about
water cup, I would assume. She's got lipstick on the fucking.
I always think about like when I'm playing a game. Do you think more about like the offensive, I guess, or like more of like the defensive, or like magical parts, or like I don't know if that makes sense, but like what do you try and prioritize, I guess, when you are starting, like when you're planning that out for combat?
So, it's you know, we were saying dialogue before, but it's really about the dance. Like even if you go back to those movies,
he's like, oh,
they're not really fighting.
I got you.
Kind of like
He's so excited to answer them all. It's so cute.
Yeah.
How do you make this person interesting? It's not just about defense. If the player's just defending, then that doesn't feel really good. I'm just kind of waiting for my turn, and then I parry, and then I just beat them up or something, right? So
all of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Action verbs can be good. I need to dodge out of the way. Sometimes I need to parry. Is this my opportunity to take my turn back? Can I do this risky thing sometimes? If I do the risky thing sometimes and I win, great. But sometimes I do the risky thing and I get punished. And I was like, I shouldn't have been able to do that. And that needs to be clear. So my priorities start off with, how do we make this dance interesting? Both the player and the combatant have verbs where they can go back and forth with each other. How do I make it readable is the second part. Now that we have those verbs, you need to defend at this time. I need to signal to you that this is the move that you need to get out of the way of. And then this is the move that you need to block, or this is the move that you need to interrupt, right? And then the third part is like, well, how much damage or like how many tries do you get at those attempts? If the player is getting hit once and the game is over, that can be really stressful. But maybe some attacks are more punishing than others. So now that's that signature kind of and sometimes we call it like the signature kill move, where it's like I need to watch out for that because it's just going to level me, you know. So and then you just want to make that like a part of that core kit. That was the one interesting thing that I had to remember. And maybe I have a signature move too that I want to land. I need to be able to cleave him, but which way is he going to dodge? Is he going to left or right? And I feel really good when I pick the right correction, the right side.
Steven, it is always a pleasure to kind of hear you dive into the nitty gritty combat design. I've heard it several times.
Yeah.
Every single time I feel like I leave learning something new. So thank you so much for joining us. Where can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, you can find me on my LinkedIn, Stephen O'Hara with GBA, and yeah, I'm
Happy
to help you.
Thanks, we love Steven.
Everybody can win.
We love Steven.
Bye, Steven. Bye, Steven.
Goodbye.
Bye. Remind you of the
Oh, sorry.
Because your contribution can help get the next great indie game off the ground.
What?
Consider supporting by scanning the QR code.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
All right, you're good.
Granny used to tell
Fat head blocking the QR code.
But rolling calf and how I'm used to start the countryside. But River Mama and the golden table share take time guard out by Flatbridge. But the 3-foot horse and him not afraid of moonlight. But old hig who are gallivant all night without skin. But crocodile man and how you know for answer.
This is how Trix is supposed to sound.
She even tell you about the La Diablesse with her one cow hoof and wide brim hats.
This really?
Yeah, that's kind of what.
Hey, those were good times, you know. Good times.
Good times.
That's why it
Hell
sounds
yeah.
like the like.
What we could have had.
What we could have had. Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. Music spot there. I was thinking that too. I was like bobbing my head so hard. I was like, ooh.
Sometimes it sounds horrible. Formulated my behavior did a cell moon consumed dendrites. Not ever living aneurysm.
What could have been?
Another term turns families into nothing. For greater good, I can understood. I gotta remain afloat. No lane left stain. Is it insane how I name my quotes?
So it's like Vampire Survivors styled gameplay, it looking like.
Is that the Overstim game that I was like,
Yes.
I don't know how you play it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'm
you,
so
Mayor
mad for that,
Andre.
Zephy.
That's a Shiba. Oh,
Yeah, you can be
beat
a
down city
dog.
survivors, yeah. With shoes.
My name's Xavier B. Johnson, and this is Diesel Knights.
Diesel Knights. Oh,
Xavier.
This could be cool. Uh-oh. Huh. That looked familiar. Oh, is this the game that fucking people are going crazy about? I think it is. So this motherfucker, I believe, is a single developer with like
really?
maybe a fucking team of like 5 people, if that. That just was like, I really like the idea of the Titanfall combat that just never came back, so I'm just gonna fucking do it. So I think that's it.
Don't say that word around me, I'll cry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A slice of life adventure about Naomi, a 16-year-old girl in
Oh,
the 2000s,
oh, my love.
vibing with her rollerblades and her MP3 player. This game
Ooh.
is a love letter to my childhood.
2008
Rollerblading through the
called.
quiet streets of my hometown with my own personal soundtrack loaded up.
But that's cute,
I'm
though.
gonna tell you a secret. I love rollerblading and music. And that's why we spent
What?
a long time perfecting the movement in the game to make it feel smooth and purposeful. And when it comes to music, I always have a soundtrack for how I'm feeling.
Ooh.
In Roller Girl, the music is linked to the mood of the game. Changing the playlist
Aww.
changes your perception of the world, from happy to sad.
Aww.
The mood influences other characters'
The depression
responses to
skate
you
through
and your
town.
The
dialogue
depression
options.
skating.
Key story moments also impact the mood. We are curating a soundtrack inspired by 2000s pop punk by connecting with local indie bands. So far, we're featuring
Yeah.
Narima and King Fabs. There's something about the way
Dude, hell yeah,
you
what?
glide down a smooth street. Your favorite
Hell
music
yeah.
playing in your earbuds.
Oh my God.
And for a moment, it's like time stops, and you're just in a
Bruh.
flow state. That's what Roller Girl represents.
Uh,
Music up and the freedom to move. the freedom to explore and learn about yourself as you go. You start the game having just gotten your first car, which breaks down immediately. Desperate for cash to fix it, you lace up your rollerblades and grab your MP3 player. You do odd jobs around town, stumble into a romance, and uncover a juicy town mystery.
I want you.
I don't know about
Stumble
you,
into a
but I
romance?
used to spend a lot of time in my head. Back in the day,
It was
I
giving
would
Avril
rollerblade
Pride
around
Month.
hometown
I want
and
you.
do backstories for my neighbors. There's a certain charm to small towns, and I can't wait for you to poke around and find the little stories I've hidden behind
Where did this
fences
person
and
like birds?
corners. Thanks for taking this tour with me, and thank you to the Black Voices in Gaming Showcase. I can't wait to see you find your vibe in Roller Girl.
Hell yeah.
That's a really cute game.
This looks awesome.
It actually looks really cool.
And chat, this is why I react to all of the fucking reactions that's available, because you just never know what you're going to be finding. Well, that's problematic.
What happened?
My Streamlabs just turned off and back on again.
Ew.
I'll worry about that later. You guys still see the stream, right? The stream's still going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A ghost.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
ghost.
Wishlist now on Steam.
That's
Pushing
cool.
vertices.
We are back with Black Voice in Game. You see how that?
Hey,
you
Justin.
Just, like push right into it. I am here with Lizette and Marcus Montgomery, Cornerstone Studios, and they are working on your first game as a studio, which is Carrier Cuties. It has like a really interesting premise to it for sure.
The Cornerstone looks like a very old game.
Cornerstone Studios, because it's like you guys are like super vets. Even I'm like just the stuff that you guys have done.
Thinks you can keep that? What? You don't like mint chocolate chip? The fuck?
You started the studio.
That is
and
a
little bit
bold.
about your background.
People are either they love it or hate it.
Yeah, we've
That is true.
We've been doing this.
People either go, ew, it's freaking toothpaste, or they go, toothpaste. I go, toothpaste. I love it. I don't think it tastes like toothpaste, but
Yeah, and then it actually eats the ice cream.
I've seen people throw hands over the mint chocolate chip debate.
That is true. You know what? Fair.
That's super awesome. And kind of what led you to?
That just means
my problem with mint chocolate chip is the chocolate chips, because I don't like chocolate chips in ice cream. But if it was like mint ice cream with like chocolate
But they're like
fudge or like
chocolate
a swirl,
you don't
or
even like the
shavings,
shavings
yeah.
if it's not a chip.
If it's not a chip, that's fine.
Yeah, because chocolate chips are like all the ones that I've ever tried. They're like chocolate shavings. They're not like.
If
the
anyone
chip, 'cause
thinks
the chip
it
is
tastes
just
like
crunchy and hard to eat.
toothpaste, they just don't brush their teeth.
I like that Twitch. Fast
It's a good thing it doesn't taste like toothpaste. If my toothpaste tasted like that, I would drink it by the tube. I would not be spitting it out in the sink. I would be sick every day.
I think, Lizette, maybe we should talk about our grandson a bit.
Yeah, we've got a grandson. He's 6. And we, one of the things we love to do is like break
6
out
grandson?
consoles and little games and just have fun with him and relive the nostalgia of us playing as a child with our grandson. And one day we broke out the Dreamcast and put in Power Stone, and we were just having a blast.
Ooh.
Amazing time. And
What year is it?
It hasn't come back.
When it is a youngster.
Oh, I remember that game. They get this, like,
She just said, "Oh, I broke out Power Stone on the Dreamcast," and I went,
And I was like, well, maybe we
"Huh,
can bring this back with, like, a
got
You
it."
went, ooh, my knees hurt.
and make it like update them.
I'm gonna do a squat to prove they're fine.
Toothpaste to clean my crotch. I'm pinning that. Hold on, I'm pinning that.
Oh my god. On my Say So stream, how dare?
For 5 minutes, you're fine.
That's amazing.
It's also not a Say So stream.
You were mentioning this earlier. You have a collection of like a vast collection of games.
Been collecting games for a very, very long time. We've between the different eras, we even go back to the Atari, but the Dreamcast, PlayStation 1.
Yo, shit. What you want to do today? Ah, man. Play Pong?
My first job in the industry was at Sega. And so, yes. So
Sega. Fuck, really?
For Sega and their,
wow.
the litany of games that they have. But we've been collecting and carrying a bunch of different digital and physical media for a while, so that's our collection is pretty big.
So,
could imagine.
Like an encyclopedic knowledge of game design. So that also
really, that's I may need to hit you up about that. Not for my own, you know what I mean, resources and whatnot. No, that's really cool. So if you're looking at your library of games and your grandson, you know, was a little bit frustrated at some of the games that he's playing, what made you like decide to pick this one? Like from, you know what I mean? You're just like, do you remember this particular Power Stone? And you're just like,
with kids, you expose them to a lot of different things. You never know what's going to stick, and you know, so we're always, since he comes over and plays with us, there's certain things he likes and certain things he wants to play just because he's familiar with them. But we also want to expose him to new things, and you know, the Dreamcast is one of those things, and Power Stone is one of them.
Good choice.
You know, tried, but that was one of the first things that he really attached, and he would ask about it. And it was, a lot of it also is because I have the old
what?
Stick as
Jesus.
well. So
Read what Shaggy just wrote.
Yeah, and he saw the stick. And he
You
was
got
like,
this, Shaggy. I saw Shaggy boot up Repo
Let me show you.
like a bit ago,
Shaggy's
so
been grinding it solo for the cosmetics.
Exactly. And,
you know what? That
and we really
fair.
love the fact
Probably
that
got
we
some
found
badass
somebody
cosmetics now.
with him, and we.
I do
find
wonder
that
how many they
very
truly have in that game because, like,
how can we
I've seen a
replicate
lot.
it, not just for us, but for other people as well. There's a lot of nostalgia around these sort of games, and you know, people of our age
Cunty
may
little
want to
healer
share it
outfit.
with
Hell
us,
yeah.
and we think that we have a unique way to kind of bridge
All
that
right.
generational play.
That's cool. So
He's holding a controller. Why is he holding a controller? What are we gonna? What you just playing games while you wait?
Game, and then can you talk about the premise of it? Because it's
He's playing a game right
Just
now.
fidget toy, maybe.
No, I think
No,
all
he's playing a game
good
right now.
games
He's like, I don't have to talk right now. I'm gonna somewhat pay attention and just keep playing. ADHD.
Conversation we were all currently having is
ADHD.
AI. So
like a 90s rap song.
So I was like, you know, let's you know, and
Power
there's
Rangers be
this
like.
assumptions that we all come to, which is like, you know, we're all gonna eventually be killed by robots. So let's just play out to the worst scenario what that may look like and make it absurd and stupid. So I started thinking about what a post AI world looked like, and I'm like, well, our pets are still here, so of course they'd be the ones who take over the world. What would that look like, and what would they do with their free time? And they start doing these really silly.
She has ADH, but I give her the D. I like the fucking the like slay emote after it too. It's real good.
AI does what AI is going to do, and eventually humans are extinct. And our pets essentially become sentient and take over the world we've left behind. And they build battle bots in the shape of their former owners.
Hell yeah.
Primitive instincts. And that's sort of the premise.
I was thinking as well, Bubbies, if somebody had like another flag, you could like put that in the like main heart in the hand, and then
Yeah.
the other ones, you know.
I was gonna ask you too, yeah.
Because I'm like, this is so sad.
Oh my god, I didn't
'Cause
see
I know
it.
you'd want like.
AI is gonna do what they're gonna do.
Well, the main one,
So let's
obviously.
jump into it. We're gonna play, and then I think
I knew it. There was a game reveal, something.
Character design, the pet design, and then kind of
Reach at me, go. Call that my
That's
altruism.
that's what I have.
I'm gonna try to play.
It
And
looks so
talk
good,
at the same
Zephy.
time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just press X
I don't even have the altruism. I'm just a weird
Okay,
little
so
freak.
what's this? What's the
Aw.
character?
So
this particular character.
This is essentially
Aw.
our boxer and our boxer.
A boxer and a boxer.
The boxer pet is calling his humek, as we call it.
Humek.
Or
Humek.
His Humek.
Appear as humans at first, and as you sort of unlock super modes, they're
It's the way he's
robots.
dragging his butthole on the ground.
Yeah.
So have you had? You guys have pets?
Got the screen tearing.
Because the scoop.
Oh.
When you're like, what the hell are you
It's
doing?
time for a bath.
Yeah, it's you gotta handle that.
Oh, maybe
You gotta
that's what he had
handle
the
that in
controller for.
pleasant ways, but,
Yeah, that's-
you know,
this is what he has the
we really
controller
wanna
for,
pull
yes.
in the humor as much as we can of the characters that we have.
So it's like a little like
You know, while this.
oh, what do they call these? Like gang beasts and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
kind of an arena kind of brawler situation going on.
Humanity of it all.
Hell yeah.
So very much like the classic Power Stone game, You've got
Power Stone.
dive kick. You can pick up and push different objects in the world. You can pick up tables, throw them at your opponent. Ooh. There's hazards in the world as well.
Throw your opponent into the stove. If you hit them against that wall, you'll also see the barrels knocked out on them. So you can also use the world to your advantage.
So I have like
oh God,
gloves.
Yeah, the rocket fists.
So how did I get this this power up right here?
So there's power cells, like you just, as you finished, much like the classic game, there's power cells that will spawn across the map.
Alright, they have me
If
sold.
you're able to
Hell
pick up
yeah.
3,
This is
you're
awesome.
able to
It's
then
cute.
transform into what would be eventually your pet mech. That's not represented in this prototype build, but that is something that we will have in the future.
Wait, what does that mean? What do you mean?
So currently, when you get your 3 power stones, you stay in your boxer form, but we are debuting a new character with the new build where you're actually going to switch to your
Phenomenal.
Really?
So you're going to have more pet-like abilities.
No.
Your super moves.
Oh, I got deaded.
You can
Pause
see
ready,
pet-like in
Miko.
our current trailer.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's awesome. Which we will debut, or we already have debuted. I mean, you guys debuted it, so
You'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
People who were on site at the mix were able to see the actual maquette that I built for it.
Oh, that was cool. So talk a little bit about like the kind of practical creation of the characters.
Red's not doing so
one
well,
of the things
guys.
When we were talking about what we wanted to do in the studio,
I believe Red is
I
the
also
host.
wanted to change my process of how I created characters and assets, and try to take advantage of all the new technology we have with photogrammetry. So
Red's having a comeback. Oh, never mind.
With physical material and clay. So I'm building all the characters in physical clay, scanning them in using photogrammetry, retopologizing them, and then animating them for combat.
God damn, that seems super. Oh, the tracking on that's a little rough.
The style and uniqueness
I didn't mean it that way.
from physical materials, and then also taking advantage of all of the wonderful things that Unreal 5 affords us to kind of push the dynamics and the style and the interactivity of the characters in the world. So it's been
nothing. I'm just watching them
for me
fight.
where I get physical and use my hands, and then I can get digital and take advantage of the advantages that come with that.
So how does it differ from when you were at Double Fine? I mean, you've been, like you said,
phenomenal.
close to 3 decades.
260 wins.
I mean, because you wanted to get it more hands-on, but when you were at previous studios,
Xbox 260? Wow. I feel old now.
You were directed and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I started as a character modeler.
Stupid joke.
12 years, worked my way up until
It's
I
funny,
became
though.
like a lead and an art director. So most of my process has always been digital.
The way he splats against the wall.
Yeah. Rocket fist. Oh God.
Splat. You could get hands on with some oil and paint, but once it gets into the 3D phase, often you're in a digital space. And so for me, I really wanted to take advantage of designing things physically first, so that
the fucking dog noises.
Whining.
The whining.
Great characters, and we don't really see them in 3D physical form until we've made a toy, and by then the design is.
Oh, goddamn!
On the fire.
Making sure it's something like a kid wants to pick up and play with.
So you're thinking of like just in general.
This is awesome.
360 aspect of how the game will feel, not only as a game, but also if kids want to play it, and then probably animation and like just different mediums. Is that? I guess I'm making assumptions right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like the toy element.
Okay,
right? I've worked on games where designed the characters and mostly digitally. And
I like the cars outside, by the way. If you've seen those, they're very clearly dog cars.
And there's just a huge amount of opportunity.
Yeah.
And affinity that people have for the.
Oh my God, I didn't notice that.
The toys and the merch will also reflect that.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about the Waffle House, because that's a very iconic.
It's awesome.
Oh my God, that's
We got it for a second there.
You know what I mean? Like, what other kind of cultural references?
Oh God, this is good.
No
This game looked good.
We brawling 2 a.m. at the Waffle House.
And if you think about this world that we've built, we've very much thought about how would these pets think? And if they're emulating,
Prepare to fight.
They would fight in the same areas that their former masters fight. So, Waffle House, Black Friday.
Black Friday at the Wolf Mart or something like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
The county fair.
Yo, the county fair. The swap meet. This is like, this is going super.
Oh, this is awesome.
Coachella?
All these different things, right?
Coachella.
Outside the porta potties, all these, like, where do people fight?
Porta
Little League games.
potties.
Yeah,
Little League games.
So, but the thing is, this is kind
Little
of
League games.
Exactly. It's an extraction of where would people fight.
Essentially, if AI engulfed all of World Star, where would
World Star.
That is
Waffle House. That's where people fight. Exactly. It's the Waffle.
That's funny.
I want to see I know you don't have it in here, but the bystanders for people who don't have the dope mechs.
We are actually. One of the things my grandson keeps asking for is he wants us to throw people through the window, and then they have the people on the other side of the window throw them back in. So.
That is so
That's awesome.
That's definitely going.
I'm getting
Grandson popping off.
Yeah. So we're looking into a lot of this is there's so much.
He got the right
to
idea.
be explored, right? And there's so many callbacks and references that we want to pull into the game itself, and we can build into this that we are really.
This is so cool.
Chased down.
What
This is so
other,
cool.
Animals are going to be debuted in the game?
Yeah, we've actually done some really great explorations on our character lineup, kind of exploring different fighter styles with just like an amazing concept artist named Connie Kang. She, one of her books is called Metamorphia, and she kind of focuses on this really great translation of animals into human. And so we wanted to kind of play on what would a house pet look like, and the likeness between a pet and an and so we're kind of playing around with birds.
Oh my god. That one marketing campaign from Emily in Paris.
Cats.
Oh yeah.
A cat and a dog. Rats. Or even looking into
rats.
Get like a rat or a gerbil, maybe. Yeah, your typical house pet.
That's super cool.
There better be a goldfish.
So what do you how far are you in? I know you guys are pretty early.
I'm dying of the fucking mob boss cat.
This is probably 5%, if that, right? We are at the beginning of our journey, and one of the things that's been really great about this is that this is just even the start of our visual look, right? And there's still a lot of look development to go on. There's still a lot of mechanics to integrate. There's a lot of different things that I want to try and get into the game. I want to try and push this so that the game is very approachable for intergenerational play, so you can play with your kids. But I very much think of this as play with your kids, put your kids to bed, play with your friends, right? And when you're playing with your friends, you want a little bit more depth. And I want to put a lot more emergent or discoverable mechanics that can be in here to kind of push the play space a bit. You have games like Power Stone, where whenever you get knocked down, you only lose one power cell. I'm thinking, what if we added a little bit more skill into it, where if you throw an object and it's kind of not targeted or automatically thrown at the person, but you're leading the person and you hit them at a particular distance, it might drop 2 power cells as opposed to 1, right? Trying to find ways to add a little bit more nuanced play so that you can discover new tactics to outplay your opponents.
That's interesting. I remember, I'm a big fan of Power Stone 2. Power Stone 2 felt less of a fighter because the worlds were everything was moving and that kind of thing. But it'd be interesting to see what you guys do with the environments, even extending and that kind of thing. So that's awesome.
One of the best things I think about that sort of thing is we want to make sure that the game is focused on defeating the other team and working together with your partner to make that happen. Right. The character
hit each other.
Itself is a character, and we want to make sure that the
nothing changed.
Well, being able to kind of expand the play space, think of being able to knock people through walls, as we talked about earlier, through the window, and then be able to fight in a parking lot, right? So there's.
I think the grandson is definitely cooking with that idea of you can throw them through the window and then the crowd throws them back. I think that's really funny sounding.
The environment feels dynamic, and that you can throw a character in front of a moving subway train, for example. At a time it has been. So we're kind of really looking at making the arena character
A little bit of a glitch there.
It adds a level of randomness that makes every match fun.
Yeah, and the pets aren't gonna get hurt.
Of course, that's why they're in the box.
Okay,
that's not your pet.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you know what I mean? You're throwing it in front of a Subway, you can't.
You can't. You can pet the pet mechs, but they're bots.
Okay. So where can we find out more about Carrier Cuties, Cornerstone?
Carrier Cuties. It looks great, Chaz.
But we also have a site that you can go to. It's really easy. Stone Int Studio. Start page, and you'll be able to look out, find more about our Discord, and be able to join, be able to wish list, and even see more updates that are coming.
You can follow us on socials at Stone Studio.
Stone Int Studio.
Stone Int. I was like, you hear me? I hesitated. Like Stone Int Studio, and that's on all platforms. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming through and allowing us to play your game.
Fucking hell yeah.
Congrats on everything. I mean,
if you can make teams, I'd want a team called Raw.
Jumping in feet first to make a game in a studio is not easy.
Thank you for that.
It is not for the weak.
No, not at all. All right. On to the next segment, too. This was awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace. Shoulder work. Go north.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like it. What is this? It looks so cute.
It's called Go North. This is Toss Down. Yo, wait. Let's go. Speed. Go. Scrubbing trouble. Oh. Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh my god.
The chronic blunt punch. Oh my god, Buddy Christ!
Oh my god, Jesus, you're in this game!
The rabbit hall.
Oh my god.
That bunny's got a bunny's got a knife.
OG gore?
So we're back to that other one. Oh, that's very clearly Mega Man. Dude, hell yeah. Oh, it's like a fucking crypto dancer, I think it's whatever it's called. The same kind of beat situation.
OMG.
I like that. There's more Go North.
That one is so cool. Me.
I really like this running game.
It's me.
Jeez. That's a very distinct art style. Very Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh.
Puzzle game too.
That looks so cool. Wow.
Sweet.
Excited for all of them, but like, what was your favorite?
I think my standout would have to be Jay and Silent Bob. I mean, I'm a longtime Jay and Silent Bob fan, so just that nostalgia alone was enough to get me pumped up and excited for sure.
Valid.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to all of our devs today, Jesse, Steve-O, and the entire Cornerstone team.
Steve-O?
Be sure to put a lot of those games,
I know, I went
on your wish list.
I know who they mean, but
and we are going to toss it over back to Justin.
need demos ASAP. Yeah.
Thank you, Curtis and Lori, for hosting the show.
Whoa.
Great to see you guys.
Yeah, that's what he started with.
Loved those interviews.
That's so cool.
Love the
Right?
devs and all the so good. Thank you all for tuning in, and the developers who are participating in
It's
these
a
showcases,
loop
and
tuber.
this one in particular. Make sure to follow the developers on their socials, wishlist, buy, and play their demos.
Do hell yeah.
If you're interested in helping to fund some of those projects that you saw on the show, you could donate to the XP Fund through the QR code.
I'm ducking. Oh no, I'm good.
Connect with us if you're interested in.
It's okay. I made you size accurate. It's fine.
We have to give it up to our partners. No rivals.
You need to shrink Zephy a tiny bit then. It's not size accurate.
No, you know,
I'm an installer.
Partner Summer Game Fest. Thanks for including us again. Twitch, IGN, GameSpot, and Steam. Make sure to catch all of the other awesome showcases happening this week. There's so many of them. The Latin
Don't I know it?
Game Showcase, Women-Led Games, Southeast Asia Game Showcase, Frosty Games Fest, Wholesome Direct, Story Rich, Planet Play, India Game Showcase, Day of the Devs, and more.
Day of the Devs is after Summer Game Fest.
Day of the Devs.
Yeah, like 6 of them are on the same fucking day, by the way.
So many.
I won't be able to watch the Frosty one live chat, so we're going to be doing that one on Sunday after... Peace! We're going to be doing that one Sunday, as well as another one on Sunday after the Xbox one, so... We'll throw them out there. All right, well, that was...
The Black Voices.
That was Black Voices in Gaming. That was... Hang on, let me just... I'll put it over here. This was really good, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you want to see this all without the yapping over top of it, the link for this video will be down in the description below, so make sure to go there and enjoy it. And also the links for my lovely wife, Zephyr Moon, and my best friend, Grem, over here, will be down in the description as well. So make sure to go and follow them in all the places. They are amazing, amazing people. I'll leave my, I'll leave Zephy's
Goodbye.
VGen down there as well. So make sure to go and get common. It's great. Okay.
Well.
What?
Common sounds really close to another word, and they took my brain a second to go, what did you just say? Get wedding?
Commission my wife. There you go. Anyway,
so
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye.